pork butts stuffed with sausage and onions? Let's do this. Hey, welcome back to Jaxx Drinkwater Southern Cooking and Barbecue. I'm Jaxx, and let's get our pork butt ready for stuffing. So what I have here is a pork butt. I don't remember what the size is, but anyway, that won't matter. I want to throw this out there. This is a deboned pork butt that I bought already deboned. You can debone it yourself if that's what you want to do. Frankly, it's really just easier to buy a deboned one. Now, what I've done is when they debone these pork butts, you'll see here there's a little pocket here. Now, sometimes these pork butts are better suited than this, and unfortunately you don't really know until you get it, but regardless of how it looks after it's deboned, you can still make this work. I've already trimmed the fat cap off this. You want to make sure that you do that because this thing is going to have a ton of flavor. Trust me on that, so you don't need that fat. All right, before we get started here, what you want to make sure is make sure you rub your meat really well. We do that to make sure there's no bone shards because sometimes those butchers get in a hurry and they leave bone shards in there. Now we're going to lift up this pocket and we're going to start stuffing our meat. All right, before we stuff this, I'm going to show you I'm using this sausage right here. This is Cantina sausage right from Alabama, the best sausage on the planet. I do understand not everybody's going to be able to get that, so use your favorite sausage. Now what I like to do is pre-measure my pocket, right? So what I do is I'll take a piece of sausage that is cut that I've already measured. I like to stick it in here in the hole just like that, right? And see that's all the way in the back. So what I would do is if the sausage is a little bit hanging over, I just cut it right there. And then we'll split it down the middle like so. And then we're gonna stuff it in this corner. And then we're just gonna follow through stuffing until we get it all filled. So we've got all of our sausage pre-measured out and ready to go in. We're gonna go in the inside with this John Henry's jalapeno ranch. All right, we're gonna be seasoning the outside as well. So we're just gonna season the inside of this really well. It's a good idea to season the back and the sides as well before we do our stuffing. And we're also, I didn't mention this, but we're also going to be doing an injection. And our injection is going to consist of this Boss Hog by LC Barbecue. We've got our inside seasoned, we got the bottom seasoned, we got the sides, and we've seasoned a little bit of the top. We may have to go back over it a little bit after we put our injection in there. And we're fighting the flies, so we're just gonna go all over. Now this is purely optional, this injection, but you gotta understand, we're not doing pulled pork. So we're gonna try to slice this. And so the reason why we're doing the injection is because notice a lot of times when you shred your pork or when you pull your pork, you have that all opened up and you usually put barbecue sauce on it and stuff. So we're not doing that. So that's the purpose of doing the injection. Now that our injection's done, it's time to stuff our sausage in. If you have any leftover links like that, just put them in the back. Put the other one on top, just like so. All right, now we're gonna go pull it back. We're gonna go in with our onions. I moved this over on a pan because we are fighting the flies going and coming. So in between takes, I've been running and taking this inside. So what we're doing now is we're just going over the top with the rest of that sausage. Now keep in mind, we're gonna be tying this up obviously when we put that injection in, there's a lot of liquid and whatnot, which is why we didn't really use a binder, because we're using that liquid as a binder. Anyway, my point is you're gonna have to probably re-season, and once we can get it tied up, it'll hold everything together, hopefully, and we'll be able to season again. All right, so we got thick cut bacon. Now what we're gonna do is just go in the opposite direction of that sausage. Get out of here, flies. All right, so we're gonna tie this up now and fan flies at the same time. And we're just gonna do a butcher's knot, and we're gonna do that all up. We may even have to go this way. We're all trussed up. I've seasoned the bottom and the sides again. Now we're gonna go over the top with the rest of this seasoning, and then we're gonna throw it on our, well, we're not gonna throw it, we're gonna put it on our smoker. And let me finish this. Every hour or so, we're gonna be giving it a little bit of spritz, and what I have in here is just a blend of Frank's Red Hot and apple cider vinegar. So now we're gonna get our pellet smoker up to 250 degrees. Once it comes to temp, we're gonna put this on. We've got everything ready to go on the pellet grill. It's up to temp, and I must say, this thing looks gorgeous. We're gonna just stick it right there in the center. Oh, we got a little bit of guys trying to escape. Let's push those back in. Whoop, hey, get back in there. Remember that we're not going for pulled pork, which is usually around 200, 203, somewhere in that thereabouts. So what I'm gonna be, the temp I'm gonna be shooting for is between 175 and 180. Remember, we want it sliceable. What are we at? 2.5 hours in. Looking fantastic. Six and a half hours in, we're only at 151 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're gonna just keep rocking. So that has taken a lot longer than I expected. We're looking at about 10 hours now. We're at only 175 degrees, which is what we were looking for, 175, 180. So we're about ready to cut these strings. All right, so let's give this a cut into and see what we got. Looks good. Oh man. Woo! Spicy, tons of flavor. Let's give one of these onions a go. Oh man. All right guys, stuffed pork butt on your pellet grill. Do it.